Hi, welcome to a new episode of 99 Reasons to Start and Keep on Practicing Breathwork. In this video, I'm going to emphasize on the importance of connecting with our mission, understanding why we are here in this life, and also tapping into our destined path, living our destiny, living the life that's meant to be. If you haven't heard about the life that's meant to be, or the destined path, or our destiny, or haven't thought deeply about all of these concepts, I'm going to first start talking a little bit about these concepts. There is a lot of misunderstanding around destiny, because I'm someone who have been researching on, studying on this topic for a long time, and reading a lot of spiritual books, the main spiritual books, also interviewing a lot of spiritual teachers, trying to understand what destiny is all about, and also connecting with my own destiny through breathwork and meditation. I was interested in this topic for a long time, and I see that there's a whole misunderstanding, and many people think that we are all living our destiny, but actually we are not all living our destiny. Only around 5 to 6% of the world population, and this has been going on for ages. When you look back in history, when you look at life now, hundreds of years ago, we see that it was always like that. People, only 5 to 6% of the people living in different populations experience or tap into the life of their dreams. It is kind of like the highest level of consciousness, to be able to tap into, live the life of your dreams, to be able to tap into your destined path, to be able to experience your destiny, needs a full focus and commitment, first of all, to yourself. It needs a huge effort and a huge dedication on especially transforming the mind, transforming your limits about life, transforming your judgments, transforming your misconceptions, transforming your distorted perceptions. It needs a huge effort, and it needs a lot of practice, and that's what I've been teaching for many years at Nevşah Institute with my self-mastery courses. And with those courses, without even starting to work on our mind, of course I start with breath, because breath and breath work, analyzing your breath, working on your breathing habits, working on your distorted, limited breathing behaviors is a must, or is the most powerful tool for anyone who wants to master their lives and who want to become the person they are meant to be, live the life of their dreams, tap into the destined path. If you want to know your mission in life, if you want to know who you are, why you are here, the first practice you should start with is breathwork, because our breathing is the bridge to our soul. Our breath is the bridge to our truth. There are a lot of conditioning. We are born in a world, and this has been going on for ages. Again, when you look at history, you see that conditioning, social conditioning has been going on, or all kinds of conditioning. So people get conditioned, and people condition each other because different people have different truths, and different people have different rights and wrongs. So when you look at your real ideas, if you were able to really connect with who you are, your truth, your real self, from that centeredness, you would still have rights or wrongs, because we all have, on that level of truth, we all have a destined path. And in my destined path, because I was born to become the individual I was meant to become, because each and every one of us is born with a mission, with a deep truth in life. We have a structure around that. We have things we value, we have things we don't value as much, we have things we don't value at all. We have our own interests, we have things we love, we have people we love, and people we don't love that much. They are in that destined path. So just imagine that you worked on your breathing habits, you worked on your limits in your breathing, you worked on your different, distorted mind habits. And if that goes together, it's perfect. That's what we're doing right now as the content team in Breath Hub. We are creating content that will help you transform your mind and transform your breathing habits, transform your breathing habits and transform your mind, because the way you breathe affects the way you think. Every time you change your breathing, your thinking habits change. So if you want to reach to your highest potential, or if you want to reach to your truth, your destiny, your destined path, which is your highest potential, and I'm going to be explaining this in this video, you need to start with breathing, and you need to also start with looking at your thinking habits. So what we did with the content team in Breath Hub is we are creating, or what we're doing with the content team in Breath Hub is we're creating content, powerful content, that will help you transform your breathing habits, the limiting behaviors in your breathing, so that you can directly, in the fastest way possible and the easiest way possible, connect with who you are, with your truth, with your mission, with your destined path, with your destiny, and transform the mind, transform your limiting behaviors in the mind, limiting behaviors in your life, so that you stay centered with your truth, so that you can stay on your destined path. Because that destination, whenever we are centered, you probably experience that. Whenever we are centered, we are connected with our destined path. Whenever we are in line with our truth, with ourselves, with our authentic selves, that is beyond, and that can only be reached after transforming the limited behaviors in our breathing and thinking habits. When we tap into that truth, and when we live life with that in that centered state, everything flows easily. We tap into, actually, when we tap into our destiny, when we start experiencing our destined path, we start experiencing a huge flow of life as well. And that flow of life brings me joy, brings me fulfillment, brings me light and love, and the highest potential and creative energy, and full focus and full concentration and all kinds of ideas and a geniusness. So whenever we are centered, we are actually connecting with our geniusness. At that level, we're all geniuses. We have genius ideas, we have full-on 100% creativity, we come up with different ideas, and we can solve any problem. We start experiencing energy boosts, we start seeing visions. So that centeredness is actually experiencing a destined path. And for that to happen, the first thing that needs to happen is breathing, is breath work, is changing our breathing habits. Because if you have limiting breathing behaviors, if you have dysfunctional breathing habits, that's one of the, I think that's why it's very important to work on our breathing and analyze our breathing and start a customized journey. If you have distorted, or if you have limiting behaviors in your breathing habits, because breathing is the bridge to our truth, our self, our fullest potential, our mission in life, the answer to all of our questions, where the answer to all of our questions lies, our soul, our center, our authentic selves. If there is wrong with your breathing, if you have limiting breathing behaviors, if you have dysfunctional breathing habits, it is very hard, so hard with other practices. And I have been doing all other practices, like I've been meditating for over 20 years. I've been teaching, I've been helping people transform their distorted perceptions, their mind habits, using different tools, strong tools, powerful tools, for over 20 years. I've been teaching all kinds of methods that will lead you to living your destiny, that will lead you to experiencing your highest potentials, that will lead you to becoming the best version of yourselves and tapping into your destined path. I have never ever yet seen a tool as powerful as breathwork. And I have experienced, and I have been noticing that without breathwork, if you do not analyze your breathing habits, and if you do not start a breathing journey with those limits in your breathing, because you won't have the connection, the bridge that will connect you to your soul. It is going to be very hard. It is going to be freaking hard for you to get there. It takes a lot of time, and people, you know, meditate. It's great. People do all kinds of mind work. It takes too long. With breathing analysis, with working on your breathing, it takes so short. It's like in a couple of weeks, you'll start noticing your mission. In a couple of months, you'll start experiencing an authentic vibration of yourself. In a couple of maybe years, you will definitely be focused, concentrated, focused on your destined path. And I'm going to come back to the destined path, the importance of being on our destined path, because like I said in the beginning, many people think we are all living our destinies, but we are all not living our destinies, because people have all kinds of judgments. We are conditioned. We are living in a social environment, and many of us are conditioned because we have different truths. And like I said in the beginning, because we think differently and we have different values, we have different value hierarchies, we have a different set of values and a different set of what we love and what we don't love. What we find right or wrong in our own world, in our destined path, are different. So we all have our own teachings. We all teach different rights or wrongs. We all have different truths. We all have different values. And people, for example, I'm someone who is very much connected with her values, with her destined path, and I'm experiencing the life of my dreams. I'm living the life of my dreams, and I'm experiencing my destined path. I am on my destined path. And the difference of my life with many people, with years of breath work, with years of connecting with my breathing and myself and keeping myself centered, is that my life is much more easier, because I have already gone through the hard part, because I have worked on my breathing habits and I have worked on my emotional charges, and I was able to transform my emotional charges. I was able to transform my limiting behaviors in my thinking habits and in my breathing habits. And therefore, my meditation experiences are very much different than, you know, many people who are on the beginner level. Even though you're meditating for many years, if you have dysfunctional breathing habits, you might not be centered with yourself in your everyday life, because our breathing habits, when they get triggered, they disconnect us from our centeredness. And I see a lot of people who meditate, have dysfunctional breathing habits, are breathing wrong during the day. Their breathing habits get triggered, then they lose their connection with themselves, then they experience emotional charges, and then they get back to meditation to balance themselves. Imagine, or get centered again. Imagine you analyze your breathing habit like I did many years ago. You understood what you're doing wrong with your breathing, and like I did many years ago, you started a customized journey that will heal your specific distorted, dysfunctional breathing habit. And imagine you worked on that bridge and you recreated that bridge, you recreated that connection again with yourself through your breath, because breath is the bridge to our truth, to ourselves, And because you don't have a dysfunctional breathing habit, imagine you are yourself, fully connected with yourself, with your destination, with your mission in life, with your vision, with who you are, with your values, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Imagine a life where you kept on being centered, where you already worked on, because dysfunctional breathing habits are the reason. I explained it in my previous videos, and I explained it scientifically. I explained the chemical change when your breathing changes and what happens in the body fluid physiology, body fluid chemistry, and the overall physiology, and the reason why we have emotional charges, and the reason why we have distorted perceptions or distorted thoughts or judgments. Because those judgments, distorted thoughts and distorted emotions, all kinds of emotional ups and downs, emotional charges, need a specific chemical environment for them to happen. And that specific chemical environment is created by you breathing wrong. Imagine you worked on your dysfunctional breathing habits, you are breathing healthier each day, and your respiratory chemistry stays stable, your body fluid chemistry stays stable. There is no environment where your mind will start judging or having distorted perceptions. There is no environment, there is no space for you to have emotional charges. And imagine, due to your healthy breathing habit and healthy pH levels, balanced pH levels, you are in connection with yourself. You are centered, you are purely yourself. You are connected with your truth, with your mission, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't think that it's not possible. It is possible. I am experiencing that right now in my life, and I have seen thousands of people, thousands of my students are experiencing life on that level. So it is possible. I am certain that it is possible because I'm experiencing it, and I don't believe anyone who says it's not possible. It is possible with a balanced body fluid pH. And I know that analyzing your breathing habit and working on your breathing will get you there eventually. So do it immediately. If you haven't started a customized journey, just do it. It's not expensive. It is the value we give as the BreathWork family, the value we bring to you with the price of the app is just huge. You know, you can't get these information anywhere, and you can't experience this content anywhere created by experts, and you can't analyze your breathing habits in less than 5 minutes anywhere else. So just do it. It's so easy. Just have it on your app, have it on your phone. Just do it if you haven't. So if I get back to the centeredness, so just imagine you are living your life in that centered, authentic state, connected with your destiny. How will your meditations change? So I gave an example with people who are not living life like that, who haven't worked with their breathing, who are maybe meditating, but didn't understand the importance of working on their breathing habits. They get emotional charges, their breathing habits get triggered, they get into fight or flight reflex during the day, and then they get back to meditation, you know, try to ease it, try to calm it, and that, you know, journey goes on and on and on. Imagine that didn't happen. What would happen in your meditations? You would dive deeper and deeper into your centeredness. You would dive deeper and deeper into your destiny, into your destined path. You would understand yourself, your mission, who you are, what you're all about, and you would connect with your unlimited potential more and more each day. And what does that change? It changes everything. Because once you are connected with that unlimited energy, unlimited life energy through breath connection, and once you keep on connecting with that, once you keep on being centered, and once you are already focused on your destined path, as you go deeper and deeper into that with your breathing practice, everything in your life starts changing. Because the universe was planned for you to experience your destiny. The whole universe, the whole creation wants you to experience yourself authentically. The whole world is looking out for people who are authentic and real, and they see you as a gift. So anyone who is centered and who is authentic and who is connected with their mission, who is living the life of their dreams, who are on their destined path, is gifted, and life becomes a gift. And being gifted, we are not natural born gifted people. Of course, there are some people maybe we call gifted, but you too can become someone gifted by just being who you are. But many people think being who I am is just, you know, letting go and being the way I am. No. Right now, if you come from a conditioning background, and we all do, like 99% of us are conditioned in a way or in a way or another way, because as children, and there's a story around that, as children we are born and then we don't have the power, we don't have the dedication and commitment to ourselves as we do after, you know, many years of living or the experience or the wisdom, and we start thinking the value of our parents, their truth must be better than ours. And we come from that kind of a background because we are not fully grounded and we don't have the power we have physically, emotionally, mentally, in all the ways. We think our parents, our teachers, know better than us. And they, by nature, it's like all of us by nature express ourselves around our truth. And I do that all the time. Like, I express myself around my truth, and I'm watching myself not to, because I have more awareness than I did many years ago, I'm watching myself not to impose my values or my truth to my daughters, two daughters, or my students, or my friends, or anyone I meet. That's why I lead people into breath work. That's why I lead people into analyzing their breathing habits. That's why I lead people to connecting with their truth, because I know my truth is a distorted perception for you guys. It's like every time I experience my truth, every time I say like, I drink water, 2 liters of water every day, I love it, that might be a distortion, no matter what I say, because my truth is my truth. My destiny is my destiny. Your destiny is your destiny. You have a different destined path. Your life looks different than my life when you're connected with yourself. When people's life look alike, it's like when people intimidate, when people imitate each other, and when people live alike lives, that's the problem. Because in our nature, in our most natural selves, in our most authentic selves, we're all different. And that's the beauty of it. We're all unique. And our uniqueness starts shining whenever we are centered. And that happens by working on your breathing, by reconnecting with that breath, reconnecting with yourself, with working on building that bridge again. Because that bridge is broken for most of us. Most of us have dysfunctional breathing habits. That's why millions of people suffer from the symptoms of dysfunctional breathing habits. When you build that bridge again, when you start connecting with your soul each and every day, and that's going to definitely happen with using breath up each and every day. When you use breath up every day, when you do breath work every day, when you do breath work with strong content, that is going to transform your mind as well. Content created by experts. That's why we are the only app that is suggested by psychologists and psychiatrists and psychotherapists and breath workers and breathing scientists and breath workers from all around the world. Because the content we have is expert content. Maybe some content looks alike, but it doesn't give you the result. It can't give you the same results. Because our content team, we know what we're doing. It's like we have had 20 years of, some of us have 30, 35 years of background study in human behavior. We know how you can transform your mind. We know how you can transform your breathing and reach to your highest potential. If you keep on practicing breath work the way we customize it for you, you will definitely get the results I'm speaking about. And whenever you connect with yourself, and whenever you connect more and more and more with yourself through your breathing, you'll start experiencing your destined path, and you'll start using your highest potential, and everything will start changing. Because that's kind of like miraculously destiny, connecting with our destiny, being the individual we are meant to be, experiencing our authentic selves are the secret to life. Anyone who can do that, anyone who can experience their uniqueness and experience that uniqueness 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, will be gifted. And the whole universe will start giving you gifts. And that's the hard path. To come there is the hard path, because you need dedication, you need full focus, you need discipline. You need to discipline yourself to sit down and practice breath work each and every day. You need to discipline yourself to keep on doing that for many months and years. But in the end, the life you are going to experience, like I did, like all of my students did, is a miraculous life. Because that is possible, because it is possible to stay there. What's going to happen in your life is because the universe wants you to experience yourself. The whole universe, the whole creation is ready to support you fully, give you everything you want. And I'm telling you this very sincerely because I'm experiencing it. The universe will give you everything and anything you want. It's like you're going to have that flush of abundance. You're going to have flushes of friendship and love and fulfillment and health. The deeper you connect with your destiny, the deeper you connect with your mission, because you're going to serve more and more people, everything will just be better than you ever imagined. So there is this life which was called in different spiritual traditions destiny or heaven. Heaven and destiny. And us staying young and healthy, looking as young as 35, 40 years old, does happen by staying centered and experiencing our destined path. And you can do that by breath work. It's like you can live an amazing life with full potential, with full creativity, and where everything goes right, the way you, not right, but it's like the way you want, the way you wished, because your destiny, all of your wishes, everything you love, everything you value are the same. It's like it's your truth. In your truth, there is that destined path, your mission, everything you love, everything you like experiencing. So whenever you are centered and whenever you are fully, authentically yourself and connected with your truth, you start experiencing life in the fullest potential, and life starts giving you everything and anything you want. And life becomes a miraculous experience. And I'm actually shooting these videos because I know each and everyone watching these videos deserve that. That's why I founded Breath Hub. That's why we're working each and every day to create the best content to help you do that, because I know you can, because I did. I have seen thousands of people doing it, because I know you can. Thank you for watching my videos, and thank you for using Breath Hub. It means a lot to me, everyone, each and every individual who can connect with their mission in life, who do experience their destined path, their uniqueness is such a gift for me, for all of us. I'm looking forward to seeing you be that gift, seeing you shine, in your destined path and become a leader, become someone unique. You are already unique, but bring that uniqueness out through connecting with your breath. See you in the next video.